I'm meteorologist Caroline Carithers with the News 5 First Alert Storm Team here with a tropical update for you. Now, Hurricane Milton has just absolutely blown up this morning. When I got in this morning early, it was a Category 1 hurricane, and now it is a strong Category 4 hurricane, borderline Category 5. Max winds are at 155 miles per hour, moving to the east-southeast at around 9 miles per hour. That minimum pressure is around 933 millibars. So this is a very, very impressive system moving through the southern Gulf at this time. So here's the latest track from the Hurricane Center. We did see some changes just as Milton has rapidly intensified 3 categories over 24 hours here. Is expected to become a Category 5 hurricane moving throughout the day today. Likely by the time we get to 1 p.m., maybe 4 p.m., we could see this be a Category 5 hurricane. Now, that's through around tomorrow morning. As we move into Wednesday, we will start to see a little bit of weakening in Milton. That's because of wind shear, a little bit of dry air it's going to run up on, and hopefully it'll weaken before it makes landfall along Florida's west coast. So currently, the track did shift a little bit further north, but still in pretty good agreement. Anywhere from the Big Bend down to Fort Myers is kind of where the forecast track lands right now, kind of centered around Tampa at this point. It is still expected to make landfall Wednesday evening along the west coast of Florida as a major hurricane. So likely not going to be Category 5 at landfall, but it is likely to be a major hurricane. And keep in mind, these are the same areas that dealt with the east side of Helene just about a week ago at this point. So they're still recovering in those areas, and now they have to shift to preparation. As far as the forecast models, still pretty tightly clustered or centering around the Tampa area. That red line there is the official NHC forecast, and models have been in pretty good agreement as far as making landfall somewhere along Florida's west coast over the next couple of days. So what can we expect as far as local impacts? It's far enough to our south where we're not going to get any of those direct impacts, the wind, the rain, the surf, as far as storm surge goes, but we will see rough surf still, and that happens anytime anything's in the Gulf. So high risk of rip currents starting today through the rest of the week. We're also going to see waves building to around 5 to 7 feet. So expecting to be really rough surf, and that you got to keep this as a reminder because as we move throughout the week, we're actually going to see beautiful weather. It's going to be mostly sunny. A cold front's going to move through. That one is going to block Milton, but also it is going to make our weather absolutely beautiful. So you're going to want to go to the beach. You're going to want to get in the water and just stay out of the water this week because it will be life-threatening rip currents and surf, even though Milton is well far to our south. As far as wind, we could see some breezy conditions, upwards gusts around 25-30 miles per hour, depending on the eventual landfalling location. We're also talking about coastal flooding being another one of those local impacts, not because of rain. It will be mainly during high tide cycles due to the wind. As far as key takeaways, still rapidly strengthening in the Gulf of Mexico, likely a major hurricane before landfall. Lots of problems for the Florida Peninsula over the next couple of days, and thanks to the cold front that's going to move through our area today, this is going to block Milton from getting into the News 5 neighborhood. Again, our impacts include high surf, rip current risk, and gusty winds as we move throughout the week. But all in all, our weather is going to be beautiful with mostly sunny skies. Temperatures will slowly fall in the wake of the cold front, so we will be in the lower 80s by Friday and Saturday, and we'll be waking up near 60, but likely in the 50s moving into the weekend as well.